talking about. Let's talk about this first. We've got to figure out where these three lines intersect. And if we've got three variables, typically lines are in 2 dimensions. These are now in 3 dimensions. So we have the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. What? So we're seeing where these 3 lines intersect in a 3-dimensional plane. So you guys, here's my ask. Here's my ask. Let's go. Do elimination in 3 variables is so much easier than substitution in this case. Because you agree, Brody? We have 3 variables for each of them. Okay. Do you want to get rid of your x's, your y's, or your z's? No answer is wrong. It doesn't matter. Which one are you like? I feel like getting rid of my x's, my y's, or my z's would be easier. We're here for the x. Okay, it doesn't have to be the x, but I'm fine with that. You guys, I personally like to label these like A, B, C equations, so I know what I'm doing with each of these. Why didn't I do 1, 2, 3? Because I got enough numbers going on, okay? So here's what I'm going to throw out there. We need to eliminate the x, because that's the variable we chose, involving 2 equations only. First, who wants to get rid of the x's involving A and B, or B and C, or A and C? Give me an option. Get yourself some candy. Lily, you said A and B. What are you going to do to A and B to eliminate the x's? She says A, she says I'm going to do 2b or negative 2b. Negative. Right, because we want them to be opposite signs. So you're saying I'm going to multiply b by a negative 2. I like to kind of write what I'm going to do. Negative 2 times my b, and I'm going to add it to A. That kind of lets me know what I'm doing. So, Lil, for your piece of candy, can you multiply b by negative 2 for me? And I'm going to write it right here. This one's getting a negative 2, Lil. Go for it.
Negative 4x minus 2y.
Let's go slow. Wait, negative 4x, ready? Look at this.
Minus 4.
Yep.
Whoopsies.
That's okay. Whoopsies. Love that.
Plus 8z.
Plus 8z.
Equals, sorry, I'm trying to write it.
You're totally good.
Equals positive 8.
Perfect. You guys, she said I'm going to multiply that second one by negative 2, and then I'm going to add it to the first one. So I'm going to write A right underneath that. Let's add these up. Let's add these up. Negative 4x plus 4x. Poof, I love that. Poof. Negative 4y plus 2y. Negative 2y. 8z plus 1z. 9z, 8 plus 7. Oh, this is going to be my other thing I said. Why do you think I put this slash through my z?
So it doesn't look like a 2.
So it doesn't look like a 2. Because Mr. Brody, I love you. You're going to be like this. 82 plus 2 is going to get me 84. And I'll be like, no, Brady, that was 8z. And 1z is 9z. And then you're going to start weeping again. Yep. I'm just kidding. Yes, these are little things I do because there is a lot of room for mistakes on this stuff. Okay, you guys? Now, did we solve for a variable? Nope. That's where 3 systems of equations with 3 variables is annoying. We just got rid of an x. So here's what we need to do. Which of my 3 equations have I not involved yet? C. We need to involve C a second time doing something similar. Get rid of the same variable. This is my biggest hint. This is not too bad. If you get rid of the x's again, don't be getting rid of a y or a z involving C. Get rid of the same variable. Sound good? So, involving C, you could do A and C or B and C. We have to get rid of the x's because that's what we did here.
B and C.
Lily says B and C. I'm going to get rid of my little work here that we had done earlier. And you said B and C. Who could tell me, for a piece of candy out of that jar, what are we going to do with B and C to eliminate my x's? Negative 2 times my C, and we're going to add it to B. I love that. Again, I'm writing this off to the side because I might mess something up. And when you bring it up to Mrs. Turner, I'm going to be like, well, how did you get your work? This is just helping us along the way. All right, Could you multiply C by negative 2 for me? Equals 16. So perf. Bring down B. We're going to bring down B. 2x and 2y minus 4z is negative 4. Sure. Love it. Oh, shoot. That's really helpful. You guys, this is helpful. I can't believe it worked out this way. Whoa. Teagues, if we eliminated 2 variables, that's great, you guys. That means that we've got less work to do. Teagues, what would you say your y is then? Perfect. Get yourself some candy. You guys, we just got a variable. We just got y is -3. This is so great. We're here now. We got y is -3. Luke Sanzo, is it going to help me if I plug in a y is -3 to get one variable by itself up here? If I put in a -3 here, don't I still have a x and a z? Yeah, not so helpful, right? What if I put it in over here? Oh my gosh, you guys. What happens if I put a -3 in here? Isn't there only one other variable in there? That's a gift. Lukey, you want to throw that -3 in there?
Sure.
Sure, he says. I love that.
So,
What would you get?
6y minus 27z equals,
So just my y is my -3?
6, yeah.
Yep. So then 6 plus, and we're going to just leave it as my 9z because we don't know anything about the z.
Oh, right.
But yeah,
Just
if my y,
distributed to-
yeah, that's okay. So my y is -3. I'm going to plug that right in there. I'm going to move that 6 over. Whoa. 9z would equal 9. What's my z? Okay. Brody says plug them into A, but Brody, could I do B for Brody?
Yep.
Or C for Chloe?
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't matter, right? But it's like, I just saw this up there, so I'm going to plug them into the first one. So, Brode, would I plug anything in for X?
No.
No, because I don't know anything. So I'm going to say 4X. What would I do for 2Y?
You plug in Y.
Great. My Y is -3. What am I going to do for my Z?
Z is 1.
Yeah, equals 7. So we got 4X minus 6 plus 1 is 7. 4X minus 5 is 7. We get 4X is 12. Is X 3? Let's try this next one. Brody's going to be pretty happy about this one. Because have I already eliminated a variable on this top one?
Yes.
What variable has already been eliminated? Why? So if I were you guys, whatever variable is already eliminated, stay with it. Don't be like, but getting rid of these z's would be so easy. I agree, but it's not going to be easier in the long run. So if the y's are already gone, I'm going to say keep eliminating y's. So let's do it. The y's are gone on the first one that I'm going to call A, B, and C. If the y's are gone on A, I need to get rid of the y's with B and C. Can we do that? Okay, for a pick of the bucket. For a pick of the bucket, how can I get rid of my y's using B and C?
Multiply c by 2.
Bray, multiply C by 2. If I did C by 2, Ben's giving you a golf clap. So you're saying 2 times my C and add that to my B?
Yeah.
I dig that, Bray. Bray, you want to go multiply that 2 on that C?
Sure.
Appreciate it.
So that'd be -4x plus 2y plus -2z equals -2.
Perfect. And Bray, do you think it could be hard to get my 2's and my z's a little mixed up here?
Yeah.
Be careful, people. He said I'm going to add that to my B, so I'm going to just bring my B right down. Yeah.
Negative x, and the y's are gone,
Love it.
and then minus z
Yes.
equals -2.
So good. Okay. You guys, this is so great. This is so great. But correct me if I'm wrong. This part is only involved B and C. I haven't involved A really in my problems yet, right? So does anyone have an idea? Brody might be happy about this. I'm good with you substituting or eliminating at this point. What could I do to involve my A now with this? Because A only has X's and Z's. This only has X's and Z's. Now, and also, what someone might come up with could be different than someone else. There are lots of different answers. Amelia.
You do negative parentheses, -8z parentheses minus c equals -2. With plug it in.
Okay. Down here,
Yeah.
you were plugging in, say that one more time.
Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna plug in A into like what we got.
Yes. I want you to do that as soon as we get one of these variables by themselves. I love this, Amelia. Could you get x by itself by saying, all right, I just want to get x by itself? What would that get me then if I said to get x by itself, I could divide by that 4. What would x equal then? -2 z's. Do you agree? So let's talk about what you just did there. You said if I wanted to get x equals, I could just divide by that 4. And then all of a sudden I know x is -2z. You could have also divided by -8 to get your z by itself, Amelia. And then you would have had -1/2 x. Not quite as convenient because it would have a decimal. But now, Amelia, could I go plug in -2z in for x like you were just saying? Yeah, girl! Because our negatives could be our worst enemy. Who could plug in my -2z in for my x? Go ahead, Tuck. Say that again. Yeah, so if we put this -2z right here,
Oh, yeah.
what would that get you?
That would be +2z.
Nice.
He's
He's saying that minus the negative would turn it into a +2z minus z equals -2. Tucker bets. So good. Tucker bets. What would 2z minus 1z be?
Z.
Just a 1z or just a z? Like you said, we got z as -2. We're done. You guys, we got z as -2. Now, Chloe, did I involve A, B, and C to get that? Because I did, I feel good about it. If I only involved 2 of them, well, it could not be their point of intersection. Great call. Here's my question. If z is -2, if I plug it into C, I still have 2 unknowns. If I plug it into B, I still have 2 unknowns. Could I plug it into A?
Could you plug it into the simplified?
Yeah. So you're saying you could plug it in there, or could I plug it in right there? Totally, Lil. That's where this is kind of uncomfortable. There's so many options. All right, so what would your gut be, you guys? Do you want to plug it into this blue? Or do you want to plug it into A?
Could we plug it into the x is -2z?
Oh, yeah, she says, hold up. Couldn't I just plug it in right there? Same difference. You totally could. Totally could. So you're saying if z is -2, what would be my x? -2 times -2, x is 4. Now where are we going to plug that in, you guys? Yeah, I've got x and z. Could we do B or C? I got to do B or C to get a y. He says B for Brody. B for Brody. 3 times my x minus 2 times my y and my z is 0. What'd y'all get for your y? We got a little, what's my x, y, z? Who could give me my x, y, z? Four, 5, -2? No? Yeah? No? What variable do you want to get rid of? We're going to have to do it consistently. La.
The x.
You're saying x again? X again. Ooh. 4 is a little annoying because that z is not on the other side.
Or the y.
Or the y. I love how you said that. You're like, it could be either. It doesn't matter. Lil?
Could we technically do start with substitution for this one, or should we always start with elimination? Because we could subtract 11 and then have c and do substitution, or would that not work?
You totally could. Okay. Do we want to suffer through a substitution? I think substitution is so much harder for these.
So for these, it's better.
But to Lily's point, I say let's just go make C. Let's go make it look like the other right off the bat so that my A's, B's, my X's, Y's, and Z's are all in the right spot. Do you see what I did there? I just subtracted my Z over just so that they're all lined up. Does that sound good? Okay, have you swayed your own opinion? And I'm not saying you should have. But I'm just curious, what do you vibe in? X's, Y's, or Z's to get rid of? Y's. We could totes get rid of the Y's. Are all of them kind of, they're all going to be about the same amount of work. That's probably why you were torn. You're like, even getting rid of my Z's wouldn't be bad, and my X's wouldn't be bad. But Isla said, let's go with the Y's, so let's go with the Y's. Does that sound good, people? Isla, do you want to do A and B, or A and C, or B and C first to get rid of our Y's? A and B, she says. A and B. Isla, what do we need to do to get rid of my Y's? Yeah, which one do you want to multiply by -1? Doesn't matter which you get. B. She's saying I'm going to do -1 times my B, and I'm going to add it to A. Boop. Could you multiply B times -1 for me? So good. I'm going to add A to that. A is X, and 2Y, and 3Z is 5. Who could add those up for me? Who could add those two up for me? Okay, you guys, add those up. What do we got? -3 for a piece of candy. I don't want to do it for you. Tucker, get this piece of candy.
-2x, no y's, 5z equals 18.
Boom. Thank you, Chloe. Do you agree we did A and B? We got rid of the Y's. I have to involve C and get rid of the Y's. Chloe, you could do A and C. You could do B and C. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to be the same exact amount of work because we're going to have to get these to say 6, if you will. Would you rather do A and C or B and C? It don't matter, girl. She says, I want to do A and C. Chloe, to get rid of my Y's, what do you want to multiply A by? Oh, she says -3 on my A's. And what would we do with my C's?
2C.
Girl, so good. Get yourself some candy. Who's multiplying A times -3 for me? A times -3 for me, por favor. Oh, yeah, Maggie's got it. You were volunteered. Sorry, Mag. Just because she knew you could do it, and so do I, Mags. Here we go. -3 times A. So good. And Mags, me putting this here, I think us seeing the visual helps a lot, right? So you write whatever you need over here to help you distribute that because, lots of negatives involved. Go ahead and get Mags some candy. Mr. Bray Bray, you want to do 2 times my C for me?
Not really.
You don't? Brody will do it. Brody, 2 times my C? Brody, look at this. Ready?
Oh, it's already, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 10x
Uh-huh.
plus 6y
Yeah.
minus 2z
Yeah.
equals -20.
So good. He just went like this. Boop, doop, boop, doop, boop, doop, boop. So good. Get that candy jar up there. Who's adding those 2 up now? Who's adding those 2 up for me? Add them up. Add them up. Is going to get a sugar high, but I'm here for it. Yeah, very good. -37. You guys, we haven't seen one quite like this yet. Pass that candy jar on over. Quite like this. Any ideas? Correct me if I'm wrong. We've done a lot of work to get here. But does this one involve A and B? This one involves A and C. So these 2 together involve A, B, and C. This is what we did yesterday now. This is problems that I gave you yesterday. You now have 2 variables. Could we do substitution or elimination to solve this one? Yes. Brody, if you choose to do a substitution here, I'm going to vomit, okay? Great. He said, I won't, and I appreciate it, because there's no variable that's easy to get by itself. Lil, if this was just 1x plus 5z equals 18, totes, could you substitute there? Great. But getting to that point, I think elimination is a lot easier. Okay, people, do we want to get rid of my x's or my z's? At this point, it doesn't matter which way is going to be easier for you. Lily says get rid of the x's. Lil, yeah, because this one we'd have to get to 55 if we did my z's, right? Lily, what are we going to multiply this one by, the left one? 7 on the left. What are we going to multiply the right one by?
No,
Regular 2, she said. So when we multiply by 7, could you distribute that one out for me, Lil? Take your time.
-14x plus 35z.
I would need a calculator too. Don't hesitate to type that in.
Plus 120 or equals 126.
Perfect. And then, Lil, when I distribute the 2 on this one, I'm actually going to write it right under here. So, Lil, would you distribute that 2, and then we'll write it here.
14x minus 22z equals.
Okay, my x's are gone. 35z minus 22z, is that 13z? And then 126 minus 74, what'd that get us? 52. Ooh, and I like this. What's that going to be? 4. You guys, if you get a nice whole number on these, you know you've done it right. I'm not gonna let 42/3 be an answer because these are hard enough, okay? For one of them, it is like a half, a third, and 2/3 or something like that. Those to me are not ugly fractions, but like 19/4, ugly. Okay, if z is 4, what do we do here? Oh my gosh, Brody, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, if z is 4, if I plug it in A, B, or C, is that gonna help me? I still have two unknowns of an x and a y. Where could I plug it in that could help me?
All the like equations.
Yeah, either of these green ones that they only have two equations. You guys are so good. I personally am just going to throw it right here, boop, just because I've got some room under there. If z is 4, I've got 7x minus 44, is that right? Is negative 37. Add my 44 over and I would have 7? Oh, that makes my heart go pitter patter. But that's coming out nicely. We going A, B, or C to find my last variable. A, he says, I want to do A. I'm an A plus student. Here we go. My X is 1. I don't know what my Y is. My Z is 4. Did anyone get negative 4?